Yes,
Slombo Toli.
21st tunaenda Slombo Toli.
Joroge unatuambia Bongauzi nasema Slombo Toli.
Tunaenda Slombo Toli. That's Echo Dida fading on the QUORUM show Slombo Toli. Before that tulikuwa na
Ziki. Mini captain Zima.
Na kama wewe ni fan wa 254 radio, vibaya sana.
Minywele bedhe.
Vibaya sana. Ziki atakuwa hapa in T-2 hours.
Oh, nice.
Everybody stick for the yard show, the reggae show we have in the building.
Zikini vibes.
Before that tulikuwa na Hat the Band
Manze
na El Shaddai.
Unajua El Shaddai nani aliandika by the way?
Hebu tuambie
Ben
tushtue.
Sol ndo aliandika El Shaddai.
Hata no wonder.
Yote.
Hiyo jina Shaddai na hitingi.
No. Acha. You cannot do that.
Emphasize.
Wewe tutakuwekelea. Wewe tutakuwekelea mikono wewe.
Sio. Mimi tarumbeta sikilia ndio tunapanga line. Yule liko nyuma ya mse najua anaenda hell.
Wacha nikwambie Samido, no matter how much weed the devil smokes, you will never be the most high.
Now. This is deep. You're talking about a song that has a split sheet. Kuna tabia mbaya sana.
By the way ni ngoma iko na split sheet ndio nilikuwa nasema
Hata ukikia vocals venye zimeweka unaona
slip sheet.
Tumeshajua kwenu.
Kulala.
split sheet. So Polycarp,
Yes sir.
back to our convo, and it's very interesting because you're one of the artists from Kenya.
Yeah.
Mwenye ametoka a place called Sivo.
Sao,
grew up
actually.
Sao.
Sao Sivo ni the same.
Unajua kuna Sao na kuna Sivo.
Ni kweli okay. Kama unajua ni Sao. Kariobangi. Lakini chuo ilikuwa Sivo.
Sivo unajua mko hadi mati yenu.
Maze by the way 36.
So these guys growing up in Sivo, how was it for you and how did that influence your music?
Man, trust me, I would not take anything back from how I grew up. Like Kariobangi South. Yeah, in Sao. Kariobangi South was everything to me. Your culture liko hapo because ni mixed. Unajua kuna tulikuwa na talk about it with Savara the other day how us growing up the way we did without, let's say, so much influence, let's say, from TV ama games, video games, the way it is right now. You get to be so creative. All the games tulikuwa tunacheza kitambo, Dufompararo, Rounders, unajua kucheza Bano, all those games make you very creative.
True.
So that also plays a big part in you as an artist. Na pia Sao yenyewe kulikuwa na wasanii wengi by the way.
Very true.
Wengi.
In fact, why I'm asking, the reason I'm asking this, especially to you, venye BN na yuko hapa. The first time I saw BN on a video was with Wakamba Wawili. Music is the heartbeat that I feel. Watoto wajui, tunawasaidia. Yeah. And you know, Uko Flani was big. Uko Flani was the biggest thing in the hood.
Was from Uko Flani.
Yeah, well, they were from Uko Flani. And it's next to Sivo. Yeah, so I wanted to know if that was the influence. Maybe you were working with Uko Flani back then.
Uko Flani tulikuwa tuma fans, to be honest. Tulikuwa tuma fans, but hiyo time sasa tukianza career, tukianza kuimba. Acha niseme kuimba. Ile kwa career yetu. After high school. So tukaanza kumita kina Wakamba Wawili. So your time Biana akaenda kafanya ngoma nao. Kulikuwa na K-South Flavor wenye tulijua alitoka K-South.
Bambu na
Abbas. So those two also were big influence in LQ muziki yao tulikuwa. Nasema yani wase wanaishi hapa. Sasa mimi niko high school. Nasema sasa wanaishi tu hapa tu.
Anyone, hata mimi naweza kuwa
exactly. Sao unajua nani mwingine tama ametoka Sao. Alikuwa jirani yangu. Unajua Sao Flats, unajua Sao Flats.
Najua Sao Flats.
Hizo za mwisho FW, mimi nilikuwa FW. So FX ni kind of opposite. Unajua nini?
Naweza guess.
Guess
unatoa ngapi?
Guess I mean guess.
Wewe guess kwanza.
Anza kwa najua ukweli.
Isa.
Isa kila mtu anajua nimetoka Sauti wewe.
Sawa.
unapewa chance alafu unaharibu.
Isa kila mtu anajua nimetoka Sauti.
Mimi nda guess watu wawili.
Haya.
kuna size 8
ndo hiyo
sasa wewe
na mwingine pia alikuwa
unakumbuka mselko ndo K Soldier
Z.
you signed to Calif Records and then he did that anyway sawa
pia ni wasao so size 8 imagine alikuwa right mimi nikianza pia size 8 alikuwa anaanza
no wonder BN wako na relationship fulani na size 8 anaandika ameandika ngoma fulani
ameandika ngoma ilitoka juzi I think ama sijui kama imetoka but hiyo aliandika kitambo basa mimi grew up na size 8 after high school tu hapo nikimwona nilikuwa naenda naye tunaimba hapo na mcheza gitaa naimba unajua so imagine kutoka hiyo time so sawa iko na so much talent
wow alikuwa size 8 ama alikuwa size nyingine
actually
amekuwa size 8 wow ndio maana alijita size 8 hiyo time so lilibidi maintain
so Polycarp now we're discussing relationships
yes
and
hot topic
and that issues is actually relationship
hebu kwanza tuambie kama una nini astrology do you follow astrology ama kwa band nani ana following astrology
mimi na Chimano ndo watu wa hizo
mavitu unajua vile
mbaya
zodiac yako ni gani
yangu ni Scorpio
hey nice
yes
so
and it fully defines who I am
true kabisa
Scorpio element on fire
no
since when bro ulianza when
kitambo like high school actually ndo nilikuwa nasoma horoscopes
bro high school gani mnasoma horoscope
nikikwambia utasema
hebu tuambie
tunasoma zote
acha tuambie
bado hujamoka
tuambie
nilikuwa Strath
nice okay so kuna hivi
unaona
so some mulize
ma planets zime retro kama unajua retro ni nini
unajua uko advanced mimi sijafika huko
zianza kukaa ni kazi narudi nyuma watu wameanza kurudiwa na ma ex so the conversation yes
so it's the universe
ex business partners watu wa kitambo business associates lovers friends
si nini peke yake not
watu wa kitambo inaanza kukata hapo
acha nifikirie
sasa hebu jaribu fikiria
kama kuna msee mlikosane some time ago
ameanza kukudm
kama sasa yeye anakufollow
amekutumia friend
si wewe na hata si yeye ni dunia
alas
yes
okay I can't think of someone
I think 2 nights ago I remembered my first crush. Imagine I DM'd him on Instagram.
Are you serious? Alas.
Ngoja. What are you saying? Your first crush.
Checking on you.
It's a pandemic.
Hiyo inafaa kwa nini kwa Kenyan dictionary. I'm just checking on you.
I'm just checking on you.
Nyinyi pia ni wangori.
Wacha nikwambie unajua Polycarp we were discussing this and it's like this week kuna pandemic
kuna my exes
pandemic
I mean mi onge na ex wangu my first girlfriend I talked to her
Lady
like
Mandy
once now ako tu sawa what would be the problem to be honest
kuna
wanarudingi vibaya hii wiki bila amerudi
yani nimekuwa nikiongea naye for the longest time and she was a very good friend also
alright
but sasa she talked to me because one of our common friends lost their daughter unfortunately so ndo alikuwa ananiinform ananiambia by the way in case you didn't know this but it had to come from her as my ex so I guess maybe it's the planet
so where does that astrology thing meet with religion ama it clashes for you guys
hiyo ni asijui you know how in life you're always trying to find your way and learning because there's so many things that have been imposed on us for example and you have to be the one to say okay what do I understand about this what do I need to research more see not what everyone says is the truth so hapo tuseme kweli mimi bado nafanya research sijui I don't know the connection
probably one thing I can say about astrology and religion is I can say one thing I realized is astrology is like religion is astrology personified. People are not able to interpret these things as they are, as energies, as things that are moving, and then they're like, let's give it let's make it sound like it's a person, and for us to be able to interpret it. Otherwise na feel kama tungekuwa tunaenda church and then tunaanza kustudy hizi science and everything. Manzi wasi wangeanza kurepeat Sunday school watu wangetoka. So we had to be told that God is a man and then he's the one who controls the sun and he's the one who does all of this.
So the personification now
of astrology
gender and everything was as a result of trying to understand
to make it
astrology.
Yeah.
And to be honest, we've been told for the longest time that science and religion are not together.
Yes,
but trust
but
me,
they
it's
are.
the same thing.
Now my question is
Same
now,
thing.
since you are advocates of such, what part does the idea of free will come in? For example, if you're having a relationship for these exes that are coming back, is it them ama ni
planet
msukumo ya
dunia?
No, you see, I think humans like to explain everything. Wewe unaweza amka ufeel tu wenyewe ni mimi tu mse fulani. And since you don't want to take that responsibility, unaanza ni retro. The planets are moving back. It's not me. You know, it's the same thing with religion, I would say. Guys want to have an explanation for everything. So you want to understand how the world started. You want to understand how things happened in the past, and you don't have, concrete answers. So watu wajanja manzi wata come up na answers for you.
Let me remind you of Shekwa an astrologer here on our show alikuwa anaitwa Mildred Awino. So alituambia that astrology and the birth chart, watu wanajua birth chart ni nini, it's just like a map. Alitupatia example fulani, kuna star fulani inaitwa Sirius. Ikirise Nile inafurikanga. So akatuambia si Sirius inafanya Nile ifurike, but around your time zina happen at the same time. So astrology, it's not something ya kukuexplainia what will happen. It's just a map inakuexplainia what usually happens when this planet ziko. Yes, it's a map. It's just a map.
And like the energies also within the universe. I don't know. People don't come for me, please. But we are, like, as human beings, we are scientifically, we are electric human beings. Like we're electric beings, right? And we are magnetic, exactly. And all of that also is in the universe. So there's a way, even when it's a full moon, there's a way people behave.
Actual insects and animals.
Yeah, because it's an energy.
This is my question. When they're behaving this way during the full moon, is it the full moon directly affecting them, ama it's just a coincidence?
The coincidence.
It's not coincidence. It is actually affected.
It actually does.
What is happening in the universe?
So according to it's direct. Him is saying is indirect.
No, it's directly.
It's direct.
I'll tell you why. We are all part of Earth. Let me say it in simple terms. I'm a part of the universe. So we are all connected in one way or another. So, like the way we are seated in this room, if Polycarp decided to have some bad vibes, I'm just saying, it's going to affect me, and even if I'm happy, I'll feel some type of way. Energy yangu kama ilikuwa hapa ya happiness. You get it?
The best, you know what the best example is? Let me give you the best example. Is babies and animals.
Exactly.
Those are the ones who react exactly how what the universe tells them to do.
Imagine.
Yeah, exactly how. And that's how you know. Like the nights where your baby is crying, he's not sick. Me, I relate because it's happened to me. And it could be just weird things happening around that time in the house. There's just some energies that are not, are not good. Or it's just spirits even. So those things, I believe, they do exist and they affect how we feel. So maybe now when you're an adult, you have so many things going on that you're not conscious enough to actually pinpoint and listen and concentrate and say, okay, maybe this is coming from this. Oh, on a hustle,
you're busy.
Yeah. So ukisikia some type of way, you just brush it off. Ni mood, even though niko. But then maybe the universe is sending you a sign.
And it's very important.
You a sign.
Yeah, it's very true. on that.
Zoro and everybody. Whether this is for all of you. In fact, right now, I've realized I'm interviewing all of you. You have to come to
I love the way you're inquisitive. It's really good.
Because these things, we have to know where's the aspect of free will. Umependa mtu juu unampenda ama umerogwa. You understand? Umerogwa na moon, sijui ya Saturn.
True.
You have to know. You understand? And if now it has an effect on us, for example,
yes,
it's just throwing a spanner in the works.
Yes.
The war in Ukraine.
Yeah.
Does it have a reverse
Exactly.
effect? Moon itakuwa red juu sasa.
Unajua Pinky Jelani, unakumbuka Pinky Jelani akituambia when the world will come to a close time ya COVID, kulikuwa na planets fulani 3 zililock, na hii kitu ilikuwa hata astrologers wa kitambo walikuwa najua that hizo planets 3 zikilock, that the world in a getting it dormant, activities in a reduce zote, na it didn't happen to humans peke yake. Imagine mpaka animals around your time ya COVID na insects zilikuwa dormant.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's I had someone talking. There's this guy called Seth Guru. He has written an amazing book in engineering, and he speaks of how
Seth Guru,
you know Seth Guru. He speaks of how the ocean waves, they're affected by the gravitational pull of the moon. So it's the moon that makes the water in the ocean to move.
That's true for sure.
And then guess what? Your body is 75% water.
Thank you. That's
so. Why do people think that the fact that the moon affects the water in the ocean, why will it not affect the 75% of you as it moves?
Ndio maana ukiwa Kayole unasikia kizunguzungu. Unasikia kama unasikia.
Ndio maana mostly
that's very good, because even I saw something like that, and I remember saying, I need to have this in mind when someone asks me these questions, but you've brought it up.
Yeah, it's so true.
That's why
and even you check, like you check, like there are things.
Now.
Let's say, for example, you look at our brain, how the brain is designed, our neurological systems, the same way. They look similar to how the stars look.
There's same.
It's the
your body organs are the same shape as many your body organs as many plants. Many plants. So we're all connected. The universe is connected.
Now,
whatever happens in the earth will happen.
Mnachanganya mahost wetu wawili.
Now, Bwana Fancy Fingers.
Let's get to the main.
Bwana Fancy Fingers, as we go on,
yes.
And I want to play How I Met Your Mama in a few, but I want to ask you, Kwanza, there was something very interesting that happened to your group a couple of weeks ago. You were in Rwanda alongside Didier Drogba. Watu wa Chelsea guys.
Gilberto Silva.
Mbona
unatuacha nyuma?
Poleni.
Tunasema nyuma.
Lakini sasa tuko juu ya meza.
Nini wa Williams? Sasa
for the time being tuko juu ya meza. Waambie.
So Bwana Fancy Fingers, what was happening during the time? And
so I mean, you guys, Kigali is Rwanda is just wanaenda mbio, wanaenda mbio sana.
Singapore.
Exactly the same. Wow. Exactly the same. So they have these gorillas in the mountains bordering. So it's mountains bordering. I'm forgetting the name of the mountains. What are they called? Anyway, they're bordering Congo and Uganda.
Okay.
And there are mountain gorillas there that are endangered for many years.
Wow.
So what they do, they work with the communities there to make sure that these animals are really well taken care of, the gorillas themselves.
Nice.
So they started a naming ceremony of baby gorillas when they're born.
Okay.
20 years ago, guys. 20.
Wow.
We were. This is the 19 years. So we did this is the 19th ceremony that we did, the 19th one. So they make it a very big state ceremony. They put in money from the government to help the communities around that area to make sure that these animals are living well, helping around, and they make it such a big event. They invite dignitaries from all over the world every year.
Yeah.
Every year
to participate in naming these gorillas. So it's like it's a national event. It's called Kwitizina.
Mlipata chance ya kuname moja ama mbili?
Yeah, we named the whole family. We are the only ones who named the whole family.
How many gorillas were those?
Mliita nini?
No, we named them as a family. So now we named them what is the name? To feel at home. Kwisanga.
In Rwandese.
In Kinyarwanda.
Kinyarwanda.
So now in that family, all the other dignitaries that were invited named them individually as we named the family. So they name a whole family. So it's like you guys, you are Kwisanga. Then your Sam
Joro.
BIKO. So let me ask you, does it mean that you now get to be part of, taking care of these gorillas?
Yeah, so we'll come back and see them. So we actually we went up. We didn't see that specific family, but you trek up the mountain. It's about 4 hours. To and fro. Wow. 4 hours. And they charge $1,500.
$1,500.
Yes. $1,500, but sisi tukulipa, of course.
You guys have to understand.
160K.
Some ali drop mao. Some ali drop mao.
You're doing well for yourself. Look
at me.
It's not everything.
Yeah. And you're dreaming big. It's okay.
Like we were among very big dignitaries all over the world. Didier Drogba liko hapo, Nani's wife, Bill. Nani alikufa juzi? Gates, yes.
Melinda.
Yes. Wow. She was there.
Uguena kuatia M-Pesa namba.
Melinda ulipatana na yeye.
Yeah. So it was such a dope experience, man. Nice. It was. Then we also did. Rwanda has a day every
trekking.
month.
I want to ask about that.
Yeah, they clean. So there's 2 days. There's one day where they clean. They pick up trash in the city. Citizens.
They have a day.
Yeah, they have a day.
And everyone doesn't, there's no going to work. It's like
it's
an
a
off
Sunday usually, and it's like 3 hours in the morning. So that's time usually.
Still, it makes a huge difference.
But let me ask you now that, now that you were there, how are the citizens, the responsibility of the city? Sijui kama wa Kenya tunaweza.
That's the thing. That's what I keep saying. It's
a
culture. It takes a whole generation to change a culture. But you have to start. You have to start. You can't just say it's not going to happen.
The most interesting thing is that they have 2 days.
Yes.
Per month.
Yeah.
Tao mnatembea ama mnaenda na cycle.
Exactly. There's a cleaning day, and then there's another day where you walk, run, or cycle.
Wow.
And it's to make people and also there are points where you pima your pressure, all those things as you walk and run. And nani free.
Nani free.
So that one you get the culture of taking care of yourself.
Nice. So that's a healthy.
That's what's up. That's something we need to benchmark. Definitely. We need to benchmark that, man.
Yeah.
Lakini wacha hata tutoke hapo kwa sababu that will be a very long conversation starting that culture here in Kenya. Tujue tuanze na kina watoto wetu.
I always say you do it your own way. We can't do exactly the same as
the way they do.
But there's a way. We also have our things that are amazing, guys, that they do not have. Yeah. We are serious entrepreneurs in Nairobi, Kenya.
Watu wanataka incentives.
It's crazy.
Tusinyongane. Let's go back to further studies.
Yes.
And I want to talk about How I Met Your Mama. Tuongee tu about process ya make that music, that specific song, How I Met Your Mama.
That is a masterclass.
What was the thought going through your head?
It's one of my favorite, to be honest. Hands down.
Maybe that is top 5 ngoma kwa dunia.
Oh, really?
I'll tell you for sure. Yeah.
Thank you. So, as I said, for the studies, the whole idea was to tell stories to my son. And How I Met Your Mama is exactly that. It's telling him how we met. I'm sure most of us do not know even how our parents met. Your story. So here he's just telling him that, because sometimes we see our parents as these crazy superheroes who don't make any mistakes. Na pengine walipatana tu kwa mat.
Things happen.
Walipatana tu kwa club, au ilikuwa one night stand na wakasema okay sawa tuko pamoja.
Gori imekam sasa itabidi. Alafu anakwambia go wasabilaji. Wapi?
So unangoja frog atanitwa prince ndio. You're waiting for a fairy tale story, and that's not reality, to be honest.
Mimi wangu ananiambianga twashemaniriye.
What does that mean?
It means we met somewhere in a club.
In a church, yeah.
In a club, but you lie, we met in a church.
But when we go to your mom, we met in a church.
Oh, wow.
We were in a kesha.
You see? Yeah, they never tell the true story. Pengine ilikuwa one night stand 2 million tu mahali. Mkachotana. Ikakuwa ni hivyo. Yeah, so hii ni story tu ya how we met, just telling the story and also now bringing the two cultures together. Because he needs to know he's from Burundi and he's from Kenya.
The Burundian sound.
Yes. So the Burundian sound, I had to incorporate it in the song. And interesting enough, 2 of my band members are Burundians.
Wow.
Yeah, and they played in the song also. And also got Burundian drummers who are here to come and play, to record. So it just brings the culture. It's eccentric. It's powerful also with the drums and when I perform it, even I just get engrossed in it completely.
Kwanza the drums, I think ziko hypnotic.
Yeah, they are. You guys, there's I'm telling you, there's no better drummers in the world
than those
Burundian drummers. Like where my traditional wedding, even up to now, ask anyone, even my father, he's like, bro, I've never seen anything like this.
These are drums.
Where? Also, and in Burundi, by there, those drummers, they are state property. Yes, you can't hire them randomly at Niko na Rusi. Let's not pity gava.
For real?
License.
Wow.
Tulipata license.
It's very good that the government takes care of its creative
culture.
We are in the wrong country, people.
No, we still have amazing things. We can't have everything.
Yeah.
But then, of course, it's for us to be aware and say, okay, here we need to fix here. Yeah. So me, I'm all about culture. I'm all about Pan-Africanism. Nice. And this is our way of also showing that and telling, especially now when kids are growing in this era, they lose the essence of who they are as Africans. And now is a time when the whole world is looking at Africa.
Sure.
Music, fashion,
culture,
everything. Everyone wants to be African. Everyone wants a song with an African artist right now. Like the world is just going
back home. It's coming back home.
So
let me
you can't run away from it.
Kuna a lyric there. You say you taught Lady Mandy how to cook some sembe.
Yeah, and it's true. Everything there is true.
How do you teach someone to cook some sembe?
I'm gonna joke because ugali by the. You know, she came here. There was a big also war in Burundi that is never talked about. Yeah, so they came here. She came here with her family in '96 when she was still 13 years old, I think, or 12.
When 96, I'll call that.
So, and they still try to be in their culture. Tumezeka hivyo.
You are an idea.
You are ideas. Yeah, man. So I actually taught her how to make ugali. It's a true story. And she taught me how to make sombe. Is cassava leaves that they make a special like delicacy in Burundi. It's called sombe. Nice. Which is very nice. But I guess the food in Burundi, there's no other food like that. I kid you not.
What's your favorite food there?
Sombe yenyewe.
It's like the version of sembe.
No. Sombe is cassava leaves.
Okay.
Zinakuliangwa.
Leaves mingi sana zinakuliwa.
Hata Kenya.
Yeah, those big ones, yeah.
Na unasema ni tamu.
Hata Kenya zinapikwa.
Unasema ni tamu.
Sana.
Okay.
Sawa, umepikiwa na Waidhera, unafikiria sasa itakuwa aje? Waidhera ni kama
then there's a way they make it ni kama like in Luos and Luyas, the way we really like make hamburgers. Like you can make hamburger for a whole 2 weeks. Unajua usuga is made for long. Yeah, so even sombe is like kind of the same.
Nice. So
now, Polycarp, mimi niko na swali before we listen to the music. Manze, wewe kwanza tunaenda na wewe.
Tunaenda wapi?
Tunaenda tukaangalia mambo ya astrology.
Tukitoka hapa, tunafaa tumalize hii sasa tuende sherehe. Kwanza nimeitiwa mahali hapa Kikuyu.
Muhimu.
Tunapiga
allow me to
sherehe
be controversial. And this one is a bit for the group.
Yeah.
You guys were signed to Sony, I believe.
Universal,
sorry. And a couple of acts have been signed to foreign labels in Kenya, and after the signing, you don't see the brand as such. So I don't know if that's the reason why you guys were working as solo artists. Ama kuliendaje?
So yeah, we were signed to Universal right before COVID. Yeah. So the thing is, the universe kind of did not when we got signed there were big plans, and they were already ready to be implemented, but now when COVID struck, everything just changed because they didn't really, I mean, no one really in the world had experience and had a plan to say, no one had a plan to say, okay, this is how we're going to tackle this. This is how we're going to shift this. We'll put the money here instead, because them, they make money from touring, from streaming, but mostly touring, they make a lot of money from
Definitely.
it. But now we can't move anywhere. Tumefungwa. So it's on both sides, it just didn't work. It was maybe the wrong time. But then with streaming numbers did amazingly well, beyond expectations for them even. Nice. So what is your question again?
Is that the reason why now you guys are working as solo artists?
Oh, no. Solo artist, I mean, I explained that before, why we did our solo projects. And even as solo artists, we were not signed to Universal as solo artists. We were signed to Universal as Sauti Soul. So the solo artist, you can do whatever it is that you wish. We are not bound by contract.
As I understand, Sauti Soul has or is a record label or something?
Yes, we have a record label. Soul Generation.
Soul Generation.
Yes.
You guys, so basically, nyinyi ndio managers, the mabazu,
directors, everything.
So I was trying to understand, na sijui kama ni ukweli, you can clarify this for me. Are you also signed to Soul Generation as individuals?
As artists, yes.
So
artists.
How does that work?
You're a director, yes, but then you're also the artist. You get, and you want to also push. It's my record label. It's my business. So I'd want to also say that this business of mine will help my solo career, and at the same time, my solo career or what it is that I've built over the years will also help the record label.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's like it's a mishmash.
Nice.
In a way. And there's also a record label in South Africa called Exodus that we have. A JV is 50-50 deal with them. So it's Exodus, yes, and Soul Generation have signed us as individual artists.
Nice.
Are you signing radio presenters?
We might. Tuma CV.
Untalented radio presenters.
Talented.
Yes, just kids how I met your mother, and then we'll be back with quick bits questions.
Yes, sir. And in fact, prepare mind. Tutaongea kwa biashara kidogo, because I really want us to. Kwanza wasanii wa Kenya. You know, before an artist in Kenya makes money, unasikia msema 15 years, 20 years, alafu bado ata make do maybe a show promoter amekula. You know, it's a lot. So when we get back, we'll definitely get to talking about that.
Let's talk about.
Aya, watunguyas, wababas na wamamas, magukas na washosho. Turn up the volume on your speakers, fancy fingers with How I Met Your Mama, right here on Radio 254. That is www.254.radio.
The Quorum Show.
Yes,